Oh yeah, but essentially, look, it's about the ley lines, the divine feminine ley line that comes into Glastonbury, and it's about the occupation of that ley line by the priests of Amun to prevent what Akhenaten and Nefertiti had put into place. As long as this blockage has been there, this cannot happen. This is the beast. The opposition needs to reveal themselves as clear as possible, and this is what happened.
Yeah.
And all needs to be done is for this to be acknowledged.
So you consider in this, what's happened here, you've been in an instigatory role, and you've instigated a revelation.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a very interesting take on all of this.
And then I realized that this is the book of Revelation revealing itself.
Yeah, how
here.
it can come out in this world.
even with the details of like Sorat, the demon that they summoned consciously. And I'm like, hang on guys, should really the guys who personally baptized this demon Sorat, who summoned him in front of the whole Thelemite world, hijacking the whole Beltane ceremony, keeping the maypole that they use for that inside the White Spring, inviting all the occultists from all around the world to do their ceremonies in there, considering the fact that the top of the pyramid of these guys are the people of Epstein and dislike, are the weapon traders.
Now that comes to interesting ground as well.
And it's kind of like, well, they do not know what they're doing. Obviously, they didn't know that the day after they summoned this demon, that the high street, that the doorway would be filled with blood. Obviously, they did not know that after their ceremonial march, with like 100 of those priests in the crowd, knowing that this is happening right now, we are summoning the demon in front of everybody. Nobody gives a fuck. And then to have these 3 different stabbings on the high street.
Within that
on the high street, the blood. On this, sealed with blood. Worship me with blood, the blood of a child. Oh yeah, that was the teenager that got stabbed. Worship me, drinking wine and taking strange drugs. Oh really? They have to close St.John's because everybody drinks wine and sells strange drugs on the gravestones. And to see this magic, to reckon like, hang on, so they've been cursing the whole town like this for 20 years, the heart chakra of the world. Might that have anything to do with the drug and alcohol abuse that's happening? With the demons that they summoned? I'm like, what?
They're one facet in time. They're one facet.
Yeah, I know.
There's so many facets.
I know. But there's this one facet, which is the origin of all this division in town. And that's that. And these are the forces, according to Rudolf Steiner. Like he prophesied all of that.
But the Epstein clan, you mentioned the Epstein clan a lot. Now the Epstein clan, they are more diverse than you laid out. The Epstein clan, they take into account high Kabbalists and many different people.
Yeah. But it's all part of the same pyramid. It's just different stages of the powers of the priests of Amun. Full stop. And they're the ones that stand in between us and connection to source, the realization that we are all one.
That's interesting as well, due to that, what you say, that that polarity between the priests of Amun and the priests of Aten. The priests of Amun, priests of Aten have struggled with the priests of Amun, and then the priests of Amun have attempted to recover the power of certain artifacts that the priests of Amun had, and they attempt to recover this in a largely material way. They think that if they assemble certain material things together, that they can then recover the power of certain items that belonged to the priesthood of the Aten. And that seems to me the crux of it, is people attempting to recover hidden things.
Because they want to. That's the thing about like, this is that they're driven by the want. And you have to let go of the want and just do it. I like, oh, they're looking for this technique to bring the power that they had. Oh, the priests of Amun, like So we've got the fifth element of sound. That's us. Yes, we've got that. And then they don't realize, by discovering what kind of made it so powerful is the end of their power.
Now, interesting then to bring the divine feminine into this as well, due to, you know, the considerations of the Shekinah. This is so easily overlooked, the balancing factors that are missed. Now, the Temple of the Aten at the Great Temple of Re, at Aunu, by Cairo. Did you go to Aunu?
No.
Ein Shems.
I didn't read up anything. I just went there completely guided. You need to go to the portal of Isis. You need to go to the Temple of the Akhenaten. I went there twice. And then when I came there for the second time, so I went there first one day, then I went around the territorials daily, went to the Temple of Thoth randomly.
You were at Khemeni, at Esna.
No.
Where was the Temple of Thoth?
Next to a territorial statue, probably 30-40 minutes drive from Akhenaten. And that's where they had all the ibis mummies.
No.
And I held one of those ibis mummies. And that's why when I was told that I need to go back the next day to buy a bigger crystal and to plant one of those icons that I planted all over the place in the royal tomb of Nefertiti.
Did you see one of those birds? Did you see the bird?
I held one of those mummies. And then I came back and I see the same kind of bird, a white ibis, flying at the croft.
You saw one at the croft?
Yeah, like very, very significant. And that's where I was told to go back the next day. And then when I came back there the next day, the guy who'd been living there for 49 years, he said like, oh, last night I had a dream. I knew you would come back today. And then I know you are also going to come back with musicians to the Temple of the Aten, but I don't know when that's happening. But like, I knew you were coming back today. And I'm like, whoa. Then he explained, the other guides, that then took me like, oh, it's really important to let him play in the tomb as long as he wants. This is really important. I gave him one of those icons, and then like instant recognition with the guards of that. So beautiful. He even then like, oh, with this icon, I like placed it on the crystal in Akhenaten's kind of where the tomb was, played my drum, then took it up to the chamber of Nefertiti, and then I played in the middle chamber of Meritaten, and then I took it up to the chamber of Nefertiti. The basin there was the what? And then I looked for a place, and then the guide went like, oh, let's put it here. And we dug a little bit of sand out, put it in, covered it up, and laughed like children. Yeah. So like literally beautiful. So all of that, bringing the energies of Akhenaten and Nefertiti back into this reality is absolutely legit. The whole vision of having like this web that they installed all around the planet is absolute legit. To know that I'm going to activate this flower of life with the echoes from the royal tombs of Akhenaten, Nefertiti, Meritaten, Queen Scotia is absolute legit. To know that for this to happen, the energies of the priests of Amun need to be consciously cleared from the female line, which is occupied here in the heart chakra of the world by the priests of Amun. And
The
this
singing,
is
the chantresses of Amun are concerned as well. The priestesses of Amun.
Yeah.
They are also concerned.
yeah, and this is what, like, well, it's obvious that what they represent stands in the way of this clear direction to source, because this is what they wanted to prevent from happening all this time. This is what they wanted to gain, the secret of this power, to use it for their power. When it's as simple as temple of light, temple of sound, consciously, no words, frequencies from this mountain.
Yes, well, onwards and onwards, Sven, onwards and onwards.
Is unstoppable. Like literally so blessed. And that's that. And oh, they want an apology from me. I will give you an apology, like,
Oh, for the eye.
yeah. I will give a public apology. I'm gonna write something. I'm really sorry, guys. You freaked me out. It looked as if you were summoning the demon. Oh, and then, because when I did my research, so basically, I'm like, oh, they're summoning the demon. Oh, they've got something to do with St. Edmund's Well. Never even heard about it. Oh, there's the Friends of St. Edmund's Well. Oh, where are they registered?
Yeah.
Oh, in St. John Square 10. Oh, this is where the Temple of Avalon is. Oh, this is where the Crowley worshippers hold their rituals. Oh, shit, the Crowley worshippers are gonna take care of Crowley's secret temple. I panicked. I thought it was dead man's land. Little did I know that it was owned by the council. And they even used the picture of St. Edmund's Well, like for like Friends of St. Edmund's Well. It was only later that they corrected that. Oh no, it's not that one at the bottom, it's that one upstairs. Yet, as part of the chaos magic, they used the vandalization of St. Edmund's Well for their purpose. At the same time, slaying me again and again and again. And I couldn't put things straight. I was told to do as you're told, stand in your truth and watch the plan unfold. And this is what I did until now. Because only now I know all the background information and all of that. And all the onslaught that I received from like Paul Weston calling me a false prophet, like them slating me off in front of the whole flipping community. So like, and they work with mass manipulation, like lies and taking the piss out of spirituality. So, and these energies, so there's the group of the Thelemites who hate my guts, who call me a false prophet. And then there's like another group with like, somebody told me that, oh yeah, I sat with this woman in a cafe and she said like, oh, you know Sven? You know Sven? He's been like, I used to be his neighbor and he's been telling me that he thinks he's Jesus. He's been telling that to me and everybody I know. I'm like, huh? Who was it? Oh, Mia. Oh, really? Mia. Oh, thank you very much, Mia. So there's a whole group who's telling outlanders that come in, don't go to his things because he thinks he's Jesus. Then 2 narcissistic goddesses on the internet, they went like, oh, he's a misogynistic Satanist, stay clear of him. And some of the goddesses go like, oh, he's doing black magic, stay clear of him. And I'm in the middle of all of that. And then I see that, well, the forces of Ahriman and Sorat, they try to disconnect people from true spirituality. So what I've been living is true spirituality. John Crow, in his 3 spells on the blue moon that he cast upon me, he said, light up the unconditioned mind. So the whole of Glastonbury, pretty like a lot of them, are conditioned by them. And yet every time I get pilgrims from all around the world show up in there unconditioned, and they live with a connection that they will carry with them for the rest of their lives. And this spell is about to be like broken completely.
Gosh, well that goes on onwards and upwards as well, Sven. No, I have to go back to St.John.